sta hier met Chris en Ed van Editors. You played Poland yesterday?
We did, yeah. We flew in this morning from Poland, so we're a little bit bleary-eyed, and it's starting to rain. So the day's getting...
Is playing in Poland different from playing anywhere else in Europe?
I don't think they have many shows there, never mind festivals. So when something like that happens, then it felt like kind of half of the youth community in Poland all came out and just wanted to have a party. It was a really good atmosphere.
And it was an okay show?
It was awesome, yeah. The crowd were ridiculously enthusiastic. I mean, we played Glastonbury last week, and it was good. You know, it was a great event, and there's lots of people there, but nobody kind of moved around or shouted and went mental as much as they did last night. You know, they really seemed to appreciate it. So
I made my vocal debut last night, actually.
Yeah. What did you do?
I said, jak się masz, dobrze and dziękuję.
That means?
Well, it was, how are you? And everyone cheered, and I went, good. And then I said, thank you.
And everyone cheered.
And everyone cheered.
Insanely.
And you had to rehearse it before you went on?
No, it was Tom came over, and because I'm Polish, you see, so he said, how do you say, how are you? And I was just like, kind of told him, he's like, oh, well, just do it, you might as well do it yourself, so I did it myself.
You feel good? You felt good?
Really good, yeah. I've never done anything like that before, so I don't know, it's one of those impulse things which just kind of worked.
Bursting to get out of you.
Yeah, it was. It's a good result.
How heavy was last year for you? How heavy was last year? You released your album just before summer, and then?
Well, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like too crazy our schedule, you know, considering what we have been doing.
I mean, we were really busy, but because we'd done horrifically way too much the year before, it sort of felt like a bit of a cakewalk, really.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're like, it's almost like we're used to driving for 20 hours to get to shows and waking up at 4 in the morning to get on 2 flights and stuff, and that's essentially just the last 2 days. So it's you know, we just deal with it now. It's just seems as part of the job.
But you have a big tour ahead of you. I see you're going to support REM.
Yeah, that's huge for us. I mean, we've only ever done one support tour in our lives before. That was Franz Ferdinand. So, you know, we only go out with the big hitters. But that's going to be great. I think their audience will really interact with us. It's the type of band, you know, who've got good fans all over the world, and I think they'd receive us very well. So, great.
We're all fans of them as well, which helps.
I can imagine. Yeah. But you had your first record out. You never could imagine it would go that high.
Of course, yeah. No, of course you couldn't. I don't think anybody really.
How did it happen? When did
I don't know. It was like one thing started happening after the other. You know, we thought we were. We didn't really think anyone would get us because we're quite dark, and I guess we didn't really notice the fact there was quite a lot of melody in our songs, and people kind of cottoned onto that. We did things in a very kind of DIY way as well, and people, I think, found us in a very organic way, and I think that was good too. I mean, again, if it wasn't for Zane Lowe playing, he was like a DJ back home, if it wasn't for him playing our first record, then, you know, before we even, you know, a month before we released it, then we wouldn't be anywhere right now.
But I think it's strange, like around a certain period of time, a lot of bands who were influenced by some dark 80s music, say Joy Division, say Echo and the Bunnymen, all got out together. What was there happening? Because even in New York, Interpol got out with the same influences.
It's a reaction to what's gone previously as well. I mean, I think the Strokes, kind of when they came out, they were kind of a reaction to what had happened previously, which was new metal and all that, you know, and they were sort of rebelling against that. And then, you know, there was sort of like lots of those kind of bands, and then sort of like Franz Ferdinand took it to a different level, and they were kind of influenced by bands that were kind of around a different period, and then we're sort of like influenced by bands from around a different period, but also those contemporary bands as well. You know, bands like the Strokes and Yeah Yeahs, and you know, bands like Elbow and stuff like that. So I think everything's kind of a reaction to what's happened sort of 3 or 4 years previously, and I think that's what we were, I guess.
And you still feel influences now? Get influenced by bands from now?
You just have to listen to our B-sides, and a lot of them sound like the National, don't they? Let's face it.
Played here on Thursday.
Yeah, they're a great, amazing band, you know, and we hassled them for about a year or so to support us, which they finally ended up doing, and they were really sweet. And you know, they do have, you know, contemporary bands always have more of an effect on you than older bands because they're right there in your face, and you can go see them and touch them if you want and speak to them and all that. And, you know, it was the Walkmen as well were a huge influence on us, and a lot of other contemporaries.
And what do you after the show you play just after the Hives? Is it something good?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's a challenge, isn't it, to play after the hives, though, isn't it?
Because everybody gets a bit worked up. We got the gossip first, we got the hives then.
We'll bring them back down. It's
raining, right?
The rain helps. We're miserable bastards. We'll just get out there and drudge through. It's going to be
different, isn't it? It's something different.
It's a good thing about having a festival. Yesterday we had Slayer and Neil Young here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Slayer were playing at like 2:30 in the afternoon as well, which I can't really imagine watching Slayer in the blazing sunshine. Still sounds amazing. I'd still love to see it, but I'd rather see him at night time.
Have a great show
Thank
and
you.
have a great time today.
Appreciate it. Good on you.
Thank you.
See you again.
Thanks a lot.